Hey there gamers! Recently I had a weird moment of feeling productive, and so I thought, what better way to fulfill that feeling than to create a real, somewhat offensive Android mobile game. So I got thinking, and then some 15 minutes later my head started hurting because thinking is not something I do very often, and so I took a break and went to play some Dota. After 4 losses in a row, I swore never to play that shitty game again and went back to thinking about what my big project could be. Naturally, I felt kinda hungry after all the epic gaming I just did, so I went to grab a bite and browse Reddit. When this beautiful, glorious, magnificent picture of Comrade Trump came up, and I felt like, damn! Trump not only but he hella sexy as well, and I felt inspired. And so yeah, that's how I came up with the idea for migration simulator, Immigrate. Started off by creating a new project in Unity and got to working. First I had to make some sprites to give the game an artistic feel. So for that I went to Photoshop, and since my drawing skills are somewhere between what a toddler would draw and what a blind person would draw, I decided to go for pixel art instead, just to be safe. I put together a small animation of Mr. President walking around with a briefcase, and then I thought about what the concept of the game could be. I know. I should have really thought of that before I started working on it, but really? That's not how a mind of a genius like myself works. I thought it would be super original to do something with these pre-election promises of building a wall and keeping all the Mexicans out. And so that's exactly what I did. I created small Trump heads on wheels which would work as the enemy in the game, preventing the very stereotypical Mexican citizens from entering the US by being shot from a cannon and flying over the border wall. It is called a simulator after all, so we do need to add some of the realism, you know. I made the immigrant in Photoshop as well, and most importantly, look at that shadow. I mean, damn! How advanced is that? The shadow is actually being cast as if the sun was actually shining from the left side of the screen. Too bad this took too much effort though, and so I didn't do it for anything else in the game. Well, anyway, I drew the wall in Photoshop as well, then added the gates, so there is no question about how the Trump heads made it from and to the US. I mean, duh, we don't want plot holes and plot conveniences in our game. We ain't no lazy storytellers here at Crap Games. Then I put everything in Unity, added to the rigid bodies, and thus created physics. Wow. Did some super advanced coding, definitely not all inspired by a bunch of tutorials that I found online, and voila.
Voila!
Okay. So I did some more super advanced coding, and
Voila!
we have moving Trump heads with random speed increases and decreases with every direction change, and the Mexican crosses the border and no other ones appear. Okay, so I did a bunch more coding, and now we have a scoreboard as well, and once we get the immigrant over the border, a new one comes to take his place and try his luck in being cannon into the country of guns and freedom. Fuck yeah! Speaking of which, I drew the cannon as well, added a cool little boom animation, because things that go boom boom. Gotta get that. The playing board seemed a little empty, so I added a bunch of cacti, a tumbleweed, a donkey that drinks out of the well, because animals are cute, and I animated the donkey as well, and now the game seems to work fine. I made a quick title page. Just kidding, this shit took like a week to make, because I don't know what I'm doing, and I animated everything by hand in Photoshop frame by frame. Yeah. Added a bunch of cool looking clouds. Look at this beauty. Now that is what I call art. Put some functioning buttons on top of the flags so that we can now actually navigate the game. I did name my start button high score and my high score button star, because that's what professionals at EA do to confuse anyone trying to steer or leak their ideas. I added a bunch of sounds to it, as well as some really crappy music I made. and then added an extra mode where you only have a minute to get as many Mexicans over the border as you can. Now, another problem posed itself. How do we play the time mode if there is just one button to get you to play the game at all? Easy. Created a new scene with a bunch of cool looking houses and Mr. Trumps walking around where you can choose your levels. Look at that beauty. Look at the banner, guys. The detail on that Mexican banner? Mesmerizing. Absolutely breathtaking. And just like that, we now have a playable game. Okay, why the hell do all the buttons get all screwed up when the resolution gets changed? I mean, okay, so we do have a playable game, I wasn't lying about that, but with some resolutions, it might be a bit hard to press the buttons to get to the actual gameplay. So I spent like a day Googling on how to fix this issue, and after hours of tireless Googling, I finally found a solution. That just kind of works and doesn't really fix it at all. I built the APK, submitted it to the Google Play Store, and asked a bunch of random people on the street what they think about it, and, well, here's what they said.
Would you say the new Crap Games production game is a masterpiece?
No.
Did you not enjoy playing it?
How could I? What a piece of shit.
Okay.
Migration Simulator.
What? Oh, forget it.
Hello, sir. Did you enjoy playing Migration Simulator, Immigrate?
No, not at all.
Oh, God.
It's offensive and buggy as fuck.
Too bad.
So there you have it, gamers. Such positive feedback must surely mean it's one-of-a-kind masterpiece, award-worthy creation of one genius mind, doesn't it? So stop watching this god-awful video and play the game. What are you waiting for? Oh right, I didn't mention this. It's available for free. What a terrific price. Thank you, random YouTuber, for being such a generous person. Till the next time, thanks for watching.